Welcome back to Roots and Wings. I'm your host, Shauna Perrine, and today I have my guest here, Emory.
Hi.
Emory, say hello.
Hello.
I realize I don't even know how to say your last name.
Macchione.
Macchione, okay. Is that French?
Italian.
Oh, very cool.
It looks a lot more complicated than it actually is.
I know. I was writing it out today when I was like working on that thing I was sending you, asking you for pictures, and I was like, I don't think I've ever written this
Never
name
encountered
before.
this before, yeah.
Which is fun. I feel like it was a good growing experience.
Exactly.
I'm going to start us out with rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So you can get warmed up and the audience can get to know you. Okay, so where were you born?
Conyers, Georgia.
Okay, where were you raised?
Conyers, Georgia.
I love it.
Yeah.
And where do you live now?
Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee. Hot or cold drink?
Cold.
Pilates or running?
Pilates.
Indoor or outdoor gym?
Ugh. Indoor?
Okay.
Maybe, depending on the weather.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Hiking or biking?
Hiking.
Car or truck?
Car or truck? Like, what do you mean?
Like, would you rather drive a truck
Oh.
or drive a car?
Oh, I got you.
Or
a car.
own one or, yeah. Okay.
Car.
And when's the last time you washed your car?
Oh gosh, a long time ago. I keep the inside clean,
That's
but the
good.
outside, it's been a minute probably.
I feel like it's an accomplishment keeping any part of your car clean.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know how people do it. So props to you.
Thank you.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Okay. I guess there's no wrong answer on that one, but
No.
yeah. How long have we known each other?
A year and a few months, I think. A year
Yeah.
and 3 months, probably.
And how did we meet?
We met at Drift, working together.
Yep.
Little front desk girls together.
Yep.
It's very fun.
It's been an experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The time.
Okay. So basically the premise of this podcast, which I told you earlier, is sharing a time in your life where you took a step of courage and what happened. And then maybe at the end of that, if you just want to share with people some advice you have, maybe people are getting ready to take a step of courage and they're, overwhelmed with the thought of that. Maybe they're in the middle of it and like, the freaking out stage.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're avoiding it. And so what advice would you have for any of those situations or all of them as they're taking that step of courage?
Okay.
So let's jump in.
Okay. I was thinking about kind of like going through just life and everything. And I kept coming up with a few things here and there, a few kind of small moments that were hard, I think. But I was trying to think of something that I actually like initiated for a step, not just like how I handled something.
Not like it was thrown at you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I kept kind of glossing over it, sort of, because I was like, that's something everybody has to do or whatever. But I was thinking of deciding to move on my own after high school. And I was like, that seems like a very basic thing that like most people do in their life. But it made me realize that there were such a collection of steps that I had to take. And then I think a lot of people do take. So kind of just focusing on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the concept that I think a ton of people can relate to of just deciding that you're going to go do your own thing. If you don't know anybody, then you're going to figure it out. That's kind of where, I don't know, I found myself coming back to that, I think.
Well, and I know you said everyone does it, but some people are terrified and they never leave home.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
Or they go, nothing wrong with going to your local community college and staying. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to do life, right? We're all doing it different, but it's very bold and it is encouraging, or it is very, emboldening to take that step.
Yeah.
So where did you end up going?
I went to school in Arizona, the U of A, and I kind of picked it because I didn't know anybody there and I didn't know anything, and I just wanted just something completely new.
Yeah.
But I feel like I kind of had, whether it was like a conscious decision or not, and I kind of knew that it would force me to do things that I didn't know if I was comfortable with, or stepping out and making decisions that, I knew I would have to make if I did not know anybody or I didn't really know what I was getting into necessarily. So I think I was seeking that kind of opportunity out.
What were some of those decisions you had to make? Throwing yourself in the middle of literally not knowing anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Growing up, I went to the same school from kindergarten to 12th grade. So I was
That's
like, I need
impressive.
to like force myself to like have, a new experience and
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. And so just forcing myself to go and figure out how to make friends, I created a club, like things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I kind of just, I keep saying force, but it was like a happy,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to force yourself in a good way, I feel like, so.
Sometimes you have to jump off a cliff.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like often that's when we find ourselves, is when we are outside of our comfort zone, our bubble. I mean, because you grew up in the South and you went West Coast.
Yeah.
So we're kind of opposite. I grew up a West Coast, came to the South. But I mean, was that kind of a change of scene for you?
It was very different. I think I definitely noticed that people were not as friendly. I didn't know. I kind of thought that was like a cliche or whatever.
Yeah.
But I remember, it's like a really weird thing to remember, but I like sneezed in public and nobody said bless you. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's really weird. I don't know why I like remember that. But
Yeah.
no, it was definitely a very, very different experience. But yeah, it is kind of interesting that you had like the opposite way of that. But
Yeah. Well, and I think it's nowadays you have a lot of social media and you have a lot of ways to be really connected in America. And I think back, take it back a few years, it's not like you really knew, we didn't have such a broad perspective of the world.
Everything being connected like it is now, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it forces you to step out more, I feel like, in that way. What do you feel like, so looking back at that, obviously there were a lot of little steps you took. What do you feel like came out of you taking those steps? Where you could look back and be like, oh my gosh, if I hadn't done X, Y, Z, I would not have, this over here.
I mean, I talk about all the time where I mean, just very basic things. I would have never met my fiance. I would have never met my friends. They were like, some of my really good friends. But I think that the biggest thing is that if I would have just kind of like settled and stayed comfortable and never taken a step and stayed near home or whatever, I don't know. I just think that I wouldn't be in even a different city now. Like Hunter and I moved to Nashville not knowing anybody, and we had each other that time at least, but
that's kind of nice.
It was nice, but
it's way different.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would not have a lot of the confidence that I hope I have now. If not, I don't know, if I had just kept like the easy route, I feel like.
Yeah, no, that's huge. What advice would you give to anybody listening that that wants to be courageous?
I think that it's different for everybody, but for me, a lot of the time you genuinely just have to like throw yourself into it and kind of like jump in the water and see if you can swim. I don't know. I'm a big like prepper and planner and preparer, but there is just a huge part of change and new experiences and decisions that you genuinely just can't really prepare for, and you just have to see. Like you can try your best, but I think everybody kind of, you just have to like take the step off the cliff, like you said.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Are there any things that you are preparing to take, any steps of courage like in the future that you can think of?
That's a great question. I mean, I don't know if it's very courageous of me, but the biggest thing in my life right now is getting married. I feel like that's maybe, I don't know, you can relate
it's
to
a big
people
step.
say it's a big change, obviously, but I don't know, just that, and just kind of having the confidence and the knowledge that no matter what I end up doing, that I will be able to swim in whatever situation I end up in, I guess.
I love that.
But yeah.
I feel like it's one of those things, it's like, I mean, you're not going to die. most of the time.
Right.
I mean, hopefully you're not like taking those steps of
Yeah.
courage where you're putting yourself in harm's way. But so many times, the worst case scenario we ever envision is not that bad.
Yeah.
And then half the time it doesn't even happen. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of those funny life things. It's like, why don't you just try it?
And
Why don't you just knock on that door? Why don't you just
and your
talk to
brain
that
like only
person?
focuses on that if you
Yeah.
let it, I feel like, you know.
Well, and you interact with people all the time, so you probably hear stories and like people probably, you know, dump on you all the time of all the crazy things they do.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, you know,
Like, okay.
can't be that bad.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of does put it into perspective when you encounter a lot of people in your life. How, I don't know, how you can handle things differently and how, I don't know, there's just a million things going on to a million different people. And it's fascinating.
A million stories are happening at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Any closing thoughts you want to share with everybody?
Oh, I don't know. I just think that this has also kind of really made me realize that I need to take more steps of courage. I think everybody does, but so I thank you for doing this and kind of putting it on the brain. I think it's easy to kind of get into autopilot-ish, just kind of going through life. So, yeah, just choosing to make bold decisions moving forward.
You'll never regret it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, I don't think you'll ever look back and say, I wish I wouldn't have been bold.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like not a thing.
Yeah.
Well, cheers.
Thanks
Thanks for being on the show.
Of course. Thank you.
And tune back in next week for more stories of courage.
Yay.
Bye-bye.